8. We're back to a geometry unit. And again I say, geometry is where mathematics to me becomes fun. Becomes fun because we're dealing with pictures, we get to use measuring instruments on those pictures, and it's just, to me, a fun form of mathematics. Today we're going to start on angles, things about angles, and first thing we're going to look at is classifying them and measuring angles. So, first thing is, we need to define what is an angle. We know what one looks like, but sometimes when we try to put it into words, it's kind of hard to say exactly what one is. Does someone have a good mathematical way of saying what an angle is?
Where two intersecting lines meet and form varieties of degrees.
Ooh, man, that's pretty good. I like part of it. I'll use part of it. An angle is two rays. Not Bills or Bobs, but Ray. Little joke. Anybody know what a ray is?
A line.
A plot. We learned this last year.
A line that keeps going in
Yep.
one way.
In one direction and has an end point on the other. We're going to take two rays that meet, bless you, that meet at, oh, I did it again, the same end point. Two rays that meet at the same end point. That is an angle. In other words, two rays that meet at the same end point. I don't care which direction they're going. I don't care which direction they open up to. If it's two rays that meet at the same end point, it's an angle. They can be going down, sideways, up, any way. They are angles.
What if it's straight?
We'll get to that. Thank you very much. Now,
Oh.
thank you very much. Vertex. Fancy word here. Vertex. What is the vertex? What do you think, Matt?
Another word for a point.
I like that. But we need to have it in terms of our angle. So I'm going to use what you said, but with something else, okay? Vertex is the
Meeting point.
meeting point of an angle. So you are technically correct, Matt. It is the end point of the angle, or the end point where the two rays meet. It is that spot. Now, don't get narrow-minded . Don't get narrow-minded. All of these are vertexes of angles. So technically this has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertex, or vertices. Vertices. Plural is vertices. Vertices. You can have vertices or vertex in solid figures. in our quadrilaterals and our triangles and things. So don't just think it's in open angles. Anywhere where two lines meet is a vertex. And you'll be using that forever and ever. Amen. All right. The edge of an angle. Anybody want to say what the edge of the angle is? What is the edge of the angle? Matt, go ahead.
Where two faces of the shape meet.
That's pretty good if we were talking about the shape. We're talking about edge of an angle. Oh. The two rays are the edges. The two rays are the edges. Now, when we have angles, we can measure them. When we have angles, we can measure them. There is an instrument that is on your desk that we use to measure them. What is that instrument called?
Protractor.
Right. To measure an angle, use a protractor. Not a John Deere tractor or a Kubota, but a protractor. We use a protractor. I want you to draw just a quick freehand picture of one to put in your notes so you'll know what we're talking about. A protractor. It is an instrument that is divided into
Degrees.
how many?
360.
Nope.
180.
180 marks called what?
Degrees.
Degrees. Like temperature, but temperature is a different measure. We do have degrees, called degrees. A degree is 1 unit of measure. Whoop. 1 unit of measure used to measure the size of. I'm now throwing an abbreviation in there because I'm tired of writing a certain word. So what did I just draw? Angles. A lot of students every year when I throw that in there, they go, why did you put an L? It's not an L. That's an angle symbol. And when we start naming angles, we will use that symbol. Yes, sir?
I know the angle.
Good job, brother. We're going to be putting them in there. You were ahead of us where you came from.
Can't we use the little circle for degrees?
We're going to, yes, sir. Yes, sir, we will. All right, here's some basic definitions that will help us understand angles. And now we come to let's classify. I didn't say we're naming them, I said we are classifying them. Okay? We're not naming them, we're classifying them. It's two different things. A lot of students say, well, yes, we are. We're naming them acute and we're naming them obtuse. No, no, no. We're classifying them because these classifications talk about the angle's size in measurement. The size in measurement. Okay? When we name angles, we're actually going to give them a name depending on some points that are on there, like angle X, Y, and Z, or angle B, or angle D, etc. Those are coming later. Let's classify by size. I think we already know these, so we're just going to run through them really fast. Acute angles.
Smaller than 90
Angles
degrees.
that measure what?
Smaller than 90.
Smaller than 90 degrees. And there we'll put our little circle on the 90 to call it 90 degrees. Now I want you to draw some examples. Of acute angles. Remember, we're talking about the size of the angle. We are talking about the opening. The size of the opening of the angle when we classify them. Acute is a small opening. A small opening, less than 90. It's cute. It's so cute. I don't care if it's facing down, sideways, up, left, right, catty-cornered. We look at the opening. The size of the opening must be less than 90. All right, obtuse. Here we go. Angles. That, y'all can already be ahead of me. That measure.
Bigger than 90 and less
Bigger than 90. Bigger. I'm going to come up here and underline smaller and underline bigger. All right, bigger than 90. Now we want to be really, really technical. Brother Hill has pointed out it can be bigger than 90, but it cannot be something else. The same as what?
180.
180. 180.
More than 90, but less than 180.
Correct. I'm not going to put that. Let's just remember it's bigger than 90. Because in a minute we're going to talk about 180. And so if it's 180, then we know it's something else. We don't have to put it up here in this one, right? Now, your high school geometry teacher will get all stickly with you and make you say that. But we're in the 6th grade. We're not quite there. But we'll know it by then. So let's draw some of those. Now remember, we're talking about the opening. Obtuse. The word obtuse just sounds fat. Alrighty? So, I don't care which direction it's going. The opening is fat. Now I want to show y'all something because it blows people's brains every year. Ooh, that's not a good one. Whoop, there we go. Blows some students' brains every year. He'll do it. He's a good man. Every year. I do this right here. And I draw one like that. And I say, classify that angle. And every year somebody goes, that's acute.